Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your February reading, and I pulled for you the King of Pentacles. And this is one of your cards. This is an earth sign, king or queen, man or woman, or of any gender. It's irrelevant. This particular card indicates the master or mistress of control over your material domain, so that stability and security are your primary priorities. You are a caretaker, a provider to an entire community. That community can consist of your family. It can consist of your employees, your co-workers. It can be comprehensive of all of those individuals, but in whatever way, capacity your community exists, you are one who is generous in showing others how you achieved what you've achieved. That is your main form of giving back to others. If you teach a man to, if you give a man a fish, or a person a fish, he has food for a meal. If you teach a person to fish, they have a lifetime of food for their own meals. I think you understand what I'm saying here. This is your form of generosity and giving back, of inheritance for those that you're concerned. This is your legacy. And this is a general reading, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And welcome to those of you that are new, and to those of you that know me. Let's move on to your social identity, the way others see you. Another king, the King of Swords. What's interesting about this particular placement is that you are coming together as the leader of a discussion, facilitating a talk. There may be, this feels very much like it's either professional, you are helping others to reorganize their work, or in a personal setting, you may be orchestrating a family discussion where the responsibilities are being shifted or shared in a different way. You are coming to this discussion relatively judgment-free, which is why you're the person that is leading the discussion and not someone else. And this is relatively challenging for you because you have a lot of skin in the game here. You have resources and responsibilities you need to make sure they're covered, and it's going to be difficult for you to give up things that you feel that you're good at or the best at. However, this is for the greater purpose of making the job, the organization, the department, the family work better. And you're aware that by stepping back and detaching yourself from your feelings, that you will invite and gain the trust of others to actually contribute to the conversation honestly, to be willing to step up and consider tasks or responsibilities they haven't had before, just as you are. So this is a profound learning experience for you, because this kind of a dialogue is not your ordinary style. And yet, because your community has grown or shifted, become larger, taken on new goals, you understand the necessity for you to survive and thrive requires that everyone step up, update, upgrade their vision and their responsibilities in this regard. In the first house, the Seven of Swords. Part of what you are prepared, something tells me that you're getting assistance with this. Somebody is helping you behind the scenes, because you're prepared for the slings and arrows as one of my old teachers said, get ready for the bullets. And there is a part of you that is preparing for the bullets, that understands your own patterns and the patterns of others well enough to know that certain things, certain discussions, certain topics are going to trigger some automatic feelings, passionate feelings, anger, resentment, jealousy. And so you are aware that it's going to be difficult but essential for you to detach from your history, from your feelings. It's going to be difficult for others that are in the discussion with you to do the same thing, to push the history aside. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning it or throwing it away. It simply means you're trying something new and you're trying to hear everyone out. It isn't that it isn't, you still have some controlling stake in this, is my sense. But you are willing to hear others, and I think you can intuit where they're coming from, whether it's sincere or not. But it doesn't matter. You are listening to what needs to be heard, and then you are in the position of making a decision or changing the way you do things in accordance with what's best for you. In the fourth house, the house of your social, the house of your history, your family, your roots or foundation. One of the things that I'm hearing is if you don't get the support from those you expect it from, you can get it from elsewhere. And one of the elsewheres that may not be comfortable for all of you is within yourself. Now, within yourself can include getting help from a friend, a teacher, a therapist, a counselor, a doctor, someone who you believe has outside information and is able to see things in a more objective way that could be helpful to you. Someone who could coach you on what not to do or what things to entertain or how to even confine it to a timer, a set time with maybe a single question. Whatever it is, you understand you have to go within and really consider your own preparedness for the discussion and what you're really asking for. What help do you really need? Because there's a sense here that you actually are modeling this behavior for others. Others on your team, others in your family, others in your organization. So the ability to retreat from the noise of everyone else, to go away and kind of work this out on your own before you're in a position or prepared to come back and present with and for others. In the seventh house, the house of your significant relationships, the Eight of Pentacles shows there's a big project here. There's some improvement that you are working towards as a way of anticipating some success. There's some new opportunities, some new shift in the organization or in the family dynamics that you are anticipating. Maybe children are growing older. Maybe you're anticipating a change in your own employment, but you're preparing for that in advance by gathering up the skills, organizing the resources you have so that you're prepared for whatever opportunity or shift in the situation comes along. And with this preparedness is this sense of personal development. There's a way in which you're understanding that the ability to manifest the changes you want in the world has to go along with the way that you make the changes within yourself. So if you want to, the only change you can control is the change that you make. You can't control the changes others do or don't make, but you can change you. And that is the starting point for your not only initiating this discussion or this work party or whatever it is that you're looking at doing in concert with others, but it's also this way that you understand that you have to be objective about your strengths, build those up, put those forward, and then sit back over your weaknesses. You know what those are. Let someone else step in when those things get triggered. However you handle it, you're aware that your willingness to improve what you do, how you perform, is inspirational to others and gains their trust that you're sincere about reorganizing this in a way that works better for everyone. If this reading is resonating for you, Taurus, please like this video. Please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that you give me in whatever form it is. And you've pulled the gratitude card, one I particularly love. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So that's kind of your frame for the work that you're doing with others to improve your situation, your efficiency, your productivity. And those are things that are very important to you, Taurus. You operate in and through a beautiful world. So this is a harmonious and balanced world, and you're willing to work hard for that. In the first house, the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands. Keep turning this deck upside down. It annoys me. The Queen of Wands is about your confidence. Your confidence in putting yourself forward with passion. And I think it's so interesting because the energies out here are about your stability, your focus on security, your desire to stay in control of the things that are yours. And then also this ability to think objectively, to listen to what others have to say, to be curious, to invite their opinions and ideas into a situation. But the Queen of Wands is emphasizing something a little different, and this is your passion. Your passion in knowing the value of your ideas, your efforts, and that the opinions and ideas of others inform you, but they do not block you from moving towards that which you know is right for you. So there's an independence here, despite your willingness and ability to work with others, to ultimately know that the buck stops with you as far as what you are trying to achieve here. And that means that you care about what you do, your effort, your work, and you're willing to defend that and arrange things in a way that makes that work easier and more productive. In the fourth house, the Hermit card is clarified by the Three of Swords. There is a lot of disappointment in your family, home life. There is some disagreement, some disappointment for sure, some sense of failure, things not having worked out the way you would have liked, some contention there. So there's a lot of tension in the home environment. And this is something that you are working on. You're aware, at least at an unconscious level, that it doesn't have to be this way. And so there is a part of you that is really looking honestly at your responsibility in whatever hasn't been working out. This is in many ways the starting point for your desire to change, to reorganize, to redistribute tasks and responsibilities, because you at some point realize that accepting your responsibility for things that don't work means that you can change your response and your effort within. It's an acceptance that this is on you. If you don't like the way it is, then you have to change it in some way. In the seventh house of the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Swords. So we have two kings, two swords, and they're all of different suits. I like this because you're bringing all of this energy, all of this consolidated energy towards what it is you're trying to do. And work is something you have no shrift of, no short shrift of. This is part of a divine couple as well, which indicates to me a very strong partnership, either at home or at work, a strong partner, friend, ally, someone who is instrumental in helping you improve your conditions, improve your environment in some way, improve your contribution to the world. But there's a way in which you, again, are assisting yourself or finding assistance in stepping back and detaching yourself from your feelings. You're not trying to overhaul your whole life story. You're not trying to dredge that up or trigger it in any way. You're really trying to move forward from where you are to a better place. And in that way, you're understanding that judging yourself is not helping. Judging others helps less. So the extent to which you lead through your curiosity, your willingness to listen to other ideas, none of that takes away from your ability to decide what's right for you. And for the 10th house, the King of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. This effort that you are showing, particularly if it is among an intimate tribe, and I consider work colleagues for the kind of work that many of you do to be intimate. They're not family, but they are people that you see as much, if not more, than you do your own family. The effort that you're making overall to show yourself more respect, arrange things in a way that works better for you, make your effort more in alignment with the value you bring, your generosity of spirit. This is what is moving others to want to work with you. They are impressed by the effort you're making. So many of them have seen you be generous and loving. That is your nature, Taurus. You have Venus rising. But to be able to objectify your needs and to open it up to a discussion that requires the vulnerability of everyone, and you showing your vulnerability first, is really winning you many allies and supporters. Even if their ideas don't match yours, they're impressed by the effort you're making here because they know how hard it is, how much maturity, how much self-love and respect it takes to take the steps to make things better for yourself. And of course, what's better for you is going to be better for everyone. So people are getting that. And this is absolutely a stunning kind of conclusion that really you're elevating this community through your effort of love, your generosity of spirit, your attempt at discussing something that may be relatively neutral in and of itself, but washing the dishes. For many of us that have lived with others, this is like a hot topic, right? Uh, so I'm using that as an example for it isn't the issue is not the real theme. It is the way that you're working it out with others, the way that you're taking responsibility for making a change within yourself. And I'm going to finish up this reading with a crystal oracle. And two came out, but I'm going to take the one on the top, the shungite. It says, detox your life. How interesting. It's very clear to me that the Ace of Cups is all about self-healing, healing, taking care, self-care. That is an antidote to the toxicity that exists in your life. Whatever negative habits, behaviors, attitudes that do not serve you, do not serve your highest good or your environment, are the things that you're looking to remove from your life through this effort of love, of self-love and self-respect. I thank you so much, Taurus, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.